Okay, that should be a stream going. Let's wait a few seconds for the video to come through. Yep. All right. So this is ProjectR. This is the new hotness here. This is a San Francisco Rush the Rock Alcatraz Edition, I guess. Native PC port, I guess. So it's an interpreter that uses the original arcade hard drive images, and it gives it to us on PC at whatever crazy aspect ratio or resolution or frame rate we could possibly want it at. I've played this at 120 hertz before, so let's get this going. Now, I will say that I am actually more of a Rush 2049 player, so I am going to suck a little bit at this. This is color. Let's do that one. Boom. So I'm just trying to get good here is what I'm trying to do. For this specific track, I do know a fair amount of the shortcuts, and I know those from the N64 game. But that was a long time ago, God. I had the N64 game back when it first came out, and I gotta say that ever since I got Rush 2 and Rush 2049, I really haven't been playing the original Rush very much. Now, the Rush 2049 tracks will be coming to ProjectR here. You should definitely have a look at ProjectR. There's a link in the video description. It'll run on anything. It runs on a Steam Deck, probably runs on a Steam Deck at 4K or something just ridiculous. Because this is a 1996 game. It runs on a potato. It runs on a potato at 8K and 120 hertz, probably. Alright, let's go. Now, you'll notice I'm not taking any of the shortcuts. I'm actually not sure which of the shortcuts are really shortcuts, and they tend to just get me killed. So for this first warm-up race here, I'm just going to do it straight through. Clutching over this. Now, I am automatic, but the clutch on the automatic does extend jumps, and I'm not clutching over this one because I want to get down as quickly as possible here. I'm applying Rush 2049 logic to Rush the Rock Alcatraz Edition, which is like Rush 1.5 here. That may not be in my best interest to do. Alright. You know what? Let's get a real view here. There we go. I tend to actually like camera 2 on my San Francisco Rush. And there's those God rays. Wow, when I was a kid and I saw those God rays for the first time, it was just amazing. Like, oh, look at them graphics. Honestly, the reason to play this game is not the graphics, it is the infinite skill ceiling. So I'm probably only average at this game, and I'm probably a little less than I should be right now because I'm just completely out of practice. For some reason, this game flew under my radar just completely. And over the last week, I played it a little bit with kind of joypad clutch. But now I've actually got the G25 wheel out so I can see, oh, that's not good. So I can see how I'd really do. Whew. Okay. Suppose I should see the, oh, I put an extra M in my name. There we go. Let's see, stream health. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's do exactly the same thing all over again then. Now this has a variety of tracks. I guess I can just kind of click through them. It's got 7 tracks in it, with the standout one being The Rock. Doing time on the rock. I'm just going to do the beginner one. Now the beginner one, it basically has a point-to-point section and then a double loop that it does. Let's do this one. We're taking this extreme. Extreme is sometimes a little nasty with joypad use. I generally don't do extreme unless I've got a wheel out. This game demands a high degree of precision, but that's okay because the arcade wheel actually allowed that to be a thing. Alright. Now I do have a San Francisco Rush 2049 cabinet, and it needs a power supply. I've got a power supply, but I have to pull it away from the wall to change it. And part of me is wondering if I should just wait a little while for the Rush 2049 tracks to come into ProjectR here, and then maybe just give myself the option of having a PC in my Rush 2049 cabinet, so I can just run ProjectR at just resolutions and frame rates it was never intended to run at. So this game is very much a jump-centric game, but one where you don't necessarily want to do the jumps, and you definitely don't want to mess them up. So as much as Ridge Racer is kind of a drift-centric game, Rush is a jump-centric game. There we go. So much so that they've even got this little kind of suicide jump here at the end for your last lap if you want to. I'm going to try and hit that this time. It's just a little corkscrew jump to try and spiral you through the finish line. Bonus points if you land on your top and explode, I suppose. I kid, there is actually no score in this game. It's actually all about the time. And it's not necessarily about your place with the drones. So sometimes you even come in second place, but you've got a really good time, like up on the high scoreboard. Ooh. Extreme handling. Now I do play this in automatic, and I believe you can go a bit faster in manual mode. I do have a shifter here, an H-gate shifter that is configured. Oh, I'm in first place. And clutch. Now, if you're in first place on the real cabinet, there's actually a light that lights up on your... Oh, I'm not going to get the corkscrew, am I? Nope. Oh, I screwed that up. Still, 235 is pretty good for me. I think 234 something is my record. This might have actually been a record if I hadn't tried to do the dumb thing there. All right. Yeah, 234.60. Now, right now I'm playing it at 1024 by 760, or sorry, 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS. But I have played this at 120 FPS. I just can't stream at that frame rate. I'm just gonna go ahead and try this little one here. I think I like the McDonald's color here. Or yeah. I may try some stuff with the H-gate shifter over here. Ooh. I acknowledge that the cars all handle very differently, like between beginner, advanced, expert, and extreme, but I don't really know which I prefer. Clutch! Land on top of this thing and don't bounce on it. Ooh, here come the God rays. This was so impressive back in the 90s. Gosh, 3D transparencies. Oh, brake a bit. Okay, play with the accelerator. Whew, there's another shortcut up there. Maybe I'll take a shortcut in this one. There's another shortcut down this one. Like, the shortcuts are kind of... For track one, I think everybody knows the shortcuts. Oh, there's some choppiness in this game. I don't know what that was about there. Kind of choppiness on the rev limiter. Now, this is not a finished product. This is still 0.6, so we may see some we may see some issues today. So if you heard that audio problem in stream, that was the game, that was not the stream. Whoa. I haven't looked to see if anybody's even watching the stream, but if I am, can I get a thumbs up if the audio and the stream quality is okay? There's another shortcut up there. You can just ram through that fence. Ooh. I think I actually have my high score set in this car, which is why I'm really not sure which car I prefer, which handling mode. I mean, logic dictates there must be some reward for going extreme. Ooh. There we go. Is it a high score? Nope, not a high score.
What's your name?
Roll all the way to the end here. That's not bad. That's my second best. Let's go ahead and do the rock. I mean, we are playing Rush the Rock Alcatraz Edition. Alright, this is very similar to the rock in 2049. There are some differences, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go extreme for this one, and I am not going to go manual. Yeah, there are definitely some differences with the rock between the 2049 version and this version here. There's also a version of it in Rush 2 that is probably pretty close to this one. It's probably pretty close to all of them, actually. Ooh. Oh. That is my first explosion of the stream. I do not usually explode on this course, or if I do, it's usually up by the cell block. There's a little Batman cave in there. I'm actually really good at that shortcut on 2049, but the shape of the pipe at the end is just a little different in this one. Alright, I'm going to go up over the top. Probably took that a little too spicy. Okay, I gotta turn concentration mode on here. Now in 2049, the loop here is a lot less optional. The road actually cuts off and is rough and slows you down. Okay, let's see where we turn out. Ooh. Can also go on top of this building and ooh. Probably should have aborted there, but I got a nice love tap from the guy behind me that brought me back up to speed. Now this game does have damage in it, where 2049 does not. So yeah, Rush and Rush 2 have damage in them. Rush 2049 doesn't. And there's a last Rush game, I guess technically, Midway put it out on, I think, the Wii and maybe the PS2. It was like LA Rush. We don't like to talk about that one. That's not Rush. So there's a few ways to take this. I'm going to take it the chicken way here. Oh, no, I'm not. I took it the worst way. I was trying to go under the fence. I did not lose enough speed to do that. If you're going to go over it, you want to clear the fence entirely. Man, I do not think that the extreme handling agrees with me. I think this thing would be a lot less tail happy if I were even on like advanced or expert mode. See how far ahead of me this guy comes. Where is he? Oh God, I passed him. He took the shortcut and I passed him. Let's not take that loop. That guy's dead. Nope. You can also go up on top of that building if you want to. It's just another path. It's one of the many paths that doesn't seem to be any faster. What tends to be faster is taking the lower path. And in 2049, there's like 2 different variations on taking the lower path. And I tend to like taking one of the lower paths and then chickening out halfway through instead of going all the way up over the marina. Alright, we're going way over the top. We're going to land flat on the roof. And if I don't move this wheel... that's... It's hard to keep the wheel straight in this game because the G25 actually has about a 15-degree dead zone in the... it's not a steering dead zone, it's actually a feedback dead zone, so there's no centering feedback. Also, the feedback in this game is in general kind of weak, so next time I get back to the menu, I'm going to make sure it's not set to light. Even though in the menu I have light, medium, and high feedback all set to like 100%, I'm just not feeling a lot of feedback through this thing. I think it's the music button. The music button is over here for me, and then I can do the, I think it's music plus views. What's your name? There are all kinds of modes in San Francisco Rush, and when you get close to the, when you get to where you can always beat the drones, you start doing time trial mode. Oh, jeez, come on. That was annoying. Every once in a while, the wheel kind of derps out a little bit. Okay, let's do the rock again. Let's see if we can... Okay, we pick the rock. Then I hold this thing down. Feedback strength is medium and drones are on. Perfect. Alright. So I'm just gonna pick the advanced car, but I'm gonna pick a little different color. Yeah. Maybe I've got to take a more adventurous path this time. Doing time at the rock. Oh no! There's no way around him, really. There we go. Ah, he said it. In 2049, you can see the giant Atari symbols in downtown. Jesus. In downtown San Francisco, over across the bay, and then there's the jets. Whenever the jets fly by, the woofer that's aimed at your kidneys kind of shocks you a little bit. That's a nice one. Is it going to land square? Landed square. Oh. Let's take this way. Why not? Oh! Didn't have as much steering as I thought I did. Whoop! And let's take this way. Now, I believe I still have to come up early. There's no way to sneak around through. And that little guard post is a little closer to the track in 2049. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about with the rock in 2049, the arcade version of 2049 has this track in it. But the console versions do not, for whatever reason. Which is really surprising on N64, because they did make a rough approximation of this track for Rush 2. Alright, let's take this thing. Whoop! Let's not. Instead, let's explode. We can do that. So there's a couple of ways to get up onto the floor in here. One is to slam on the brakes hard and go up under the fence. And the better way is to take this. By better way, it just looks better. And then you gotta sneak through here and get square as fast as you can. It is possible for everything in San Francisco Rush to go very wrong very quickly. And if you see it going wrong, and if you know it's not going to do well, bail on it. Whoa. The abort button is sometimes your friend in this game. Okay, let's try and take the other path up over the top of the building this time. Nope, missed it. Abort button. Now there's these little speakers all around. These are actually for the in-fiction kind of race, I guess, because as you drive past them, you hear kind of the Doppler effect of the racing announcer. It's the same voice that says checkpoint and stuff, but he's doing what sounds like it might be a play-by-play. I don't know. All right, let's try. Well, can't do it this time. Now, 2049 has these things that are basically their brakes. Ah, I'm on the fence again. That sucked. 2049 has shortcuts that are lap specific, and I don't think this game does. 2049 also has a tier of just like secret shortcuts that aren't really shortcuts, but they give you just a ton of unlocked coins. Alright, is that guy gonna pop out in front of me? Barely. I think I made time on him. Alright, we'll see if we can get the building here. Boom, we got the building. I have failed you. Whoa. Ooh.
What's your name?
Come on. Okay, I think that's actually been my problem, is such a terrible streamer that I forgot to set my stream public. Alright, so let's go back and let's try the old beginner course here. And I think we're good with this car, maybe a different color. Okay, let's get some ProjectR. Like me some hood cam here. Now this is the point-to-point section of the beginner track, and as soon as we get into the loop, then we can. There's one lap of the point, or one stretch of the point-to-point, and then there's 2 full laps of the loop. Somebody kind of kissed me from behind here. There's 2 shortcuts on this this point-to-point section, and I'm not sure if they really save time or if they just look cool. I'm gonna take this thing. Why not? Up through here. I need to get better at this shortcut here. Whoa! I'm not going to take the corkscrew, and I'm not going to take the alternate path down there. I'm just going to go straight up over the top. I'm in 3rd place. Those are my other 2. Oh, I'm in 4th place now. Should have harvested a bump from him. Going to clutch over this. Even though I'm automatic, clutch still slightly extends my jump. At least it does in 2049. I don't know for sure about this game. Did not clutch over the big jump. Whew, now we're going to take the inside and see if we can pass this guy. He's two good spots for passing here where I just seem to carry more speed. That's one of them. And then at the opposite end of this, if I don't take the shortcut and I do the twisties, for some reason I seem to carry way more speed than them. Yep, here's the God Rays. The God Rays were so impressive back in 1996. Alright, so this is another area where I just tend to be faster than the other cars. Assuming I don't bump into one of them or slam into the wall or something, I make up just a ton of time. Woo! They're pulling away from me now. Nope. Now I just decided to be slower there for a while. And I'm going to clutch over this one, not clutch over the big one. I got this. Boom. 35.92. That's not bad for me. It's not a record. It's probably like my fourth best. Oh, I don't know why this thing... There we go. Oh, my eighth best. Let's do that again, but let's take some more of the shortcuts. I'm just going to do this advanced with automatic. I do have an H-gate shifter here. I know it makes me a little faster, even faster if I do the clutching. So there's something that purports to be a shortcut down here, but I don't think it really makes any more time. See if I can do this without dying. Like maybe I just have to not slam into the walls as much. I think that's probably it. And then there's another jump up there to the left that you have to not take that path to take. I'm not sure either of those actually make me any faster. They're just kind of cool to take. And that's a trend in San Francisco Rush. You can actually get a very good time not taking any of the shortcuts, like that shortcut up there. I find that I pass a lot of cars in this section anyway. Like I just carry more speed through. Oh, why did you do that? Put on your brakes, dude. There's no place to put on your brakes in this entire track. I do realize that it's like 100 yards after I put on my brakes. Now, there's that little tunnel down there is a shortcut, and there's an alternate path where you can come out right on the sand right there. Maybe the next lap I'll take that shortcut. There's a trick to it. I'm not sure I have the trick down yet. I always end up slamming into this blue building right there. If I'm not pointing the correct direction, that's because I have everything mirrored so that when I turn the wheel, I'm pointing the right direction, but I think I got it right. I can't take my eyes off to look at the stream to see if I'm actually pointing at the top left right now. Oh geez. That cost me some speed. It's okay, I'll get a bump from... No, he's not going to catch me. There's a handy little radar over on the left side there, and it's good for getting bumps off the other cars. It's really helpful in California Speed. In California Speed, that can temporarily... Ooh, there's another shortcut there, by the way. There's in California Speed, you can go up above your top speed by getting bumps. All right, let's take this down path here and let me blow up quick. There's the chicken out ramp. We're not chickening out. We're gonna explode on this blue building. So the key is there's this kink right here. Then you got to be enough to clear the white building. Did not. And when I do clear the white building, I don't clear the blue building. So nah. It also looks like there's a path back behind the bleachers there. I don't know what's back there. I think this might have been like a keypad game, so maybe it's like a coin unlockable or something. So this is ProjectR, and ProjectR is a PC native implementation of San Francisco Rush, really the Rock Alcatraz Edition here. Dope. And I'm just getting good because I'm mostly a 2049 player. But being a 2049 player, of course, I do have some love for this game. Alright, so now on this point-to-point path, I'm not going to take the shortcut to the right because I want to take the jump to the left a little farther down. It also doesn't seem to make up any time, but it's kind of fun to do. I'm going to clutch on it even though I'm manual because that extends my jump. Clutch! And if I can get on top of this without bouncing, I'll land nice and square. How you leave jumps and how you hit landings is really important in San Francisco Rush. It's a jump-centric game, just kind of like how Ridge Racer is a drift-centric game. I should take that shortcut someday. Ooh. You know what? Let's just take this shortcut today. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. I can hold it! Ah, I almost Porkins there. Not taking the spiral. Whew. And I'm in exactly the same position I was. I can get a bump off this guy at least. There we go. Clutch up this one, but don't clutch up the big one, I think is the play. It would be the play in 2049. I'm head right for the corkscrew death. Never on the first lap, maybe on the second. And it's going to come around the corner, tighten up. Ooh. Links, by the way, are down in the description to where you can get this fantastic piece of homebrew. You will need the arcade hard drive images to play it, but I'm sure you can find them on a certain archive. Wink. Oh, I meant to take that other shortcut. I don't actually like taking that shortcut because I seem to make better time not taking it. There's one of those speakers with the announcer and Doppler effects. Very beautiful. Oh, am I going to first place this thing? I seem to be gaining on him. It seems to be my same car. Oh, I'm nowhere near a record, though. Your position with the drones is not indicative of where your position is on the high score table with this game. The drones are there for a distraction. Let's go ahead and do the second track. This is just me practicing around, trying to get good, because really the skill ceiling on this game is just infinitely high. I'm going to stick with advanced, and I'm going to stick with automatic. I may get some H-gate stuff in here later on, I don't know. It's just a little bit extra cockpit load for me. Oh, this track has a shortcut that always kills me. I'm not gonna... Maybe I'll take it. I don't know. I never figured out, like, even as a kid, maybe I took it super slow, but that path over on the left or the right, I always find some way to get up on the walls and explode in there. Ooh. One thing I like doing on the console 2049s is setting the lap count way up, turning the music up, and just kind of hypnotizing myself a little bit. Just getting the road hypnosis going. Oh, I screwed that up. Got to really master what angles to take things at. I'm not going to take the unfinished bridge. I think in the N64 version there's like a stunt track or something up there, or some kind of ramp with unlockables if you continue on. Oh, jeez. I am not sightseeing. Okay, so there's this whole section at the top of this hill, and it's annoying, and there's a million ways to die doing it. So there's only like 3 ways to die doing this. You come down here to the end, you use your brakes, you try and get on, it's always squirrely. You take the wrong back alley, but that's okay. You take this little jump as close to the building as possible so you're flat, and boom! Believe it or not, that's easier. It does bypass one of the coolest shortcuts in this game, though, which should come out right here, actually. If anybody took it, they'd be flying up over it. You have to slide underneath this truck. And there's the jump for no reason. Oh, you're probably supposed to take it on the last lap to do your suicide roll. You know what? Screw it. We're taking one of these tunnels. Prepare to explode. Ah! Ah! Every time. Someday I will get good. Someday I'll turn on exploration mode and I'll go in there and I'll figure out how I'm supposed to do it. But not today. That is not for today. Vroom. I really wish they would make games this good anymore. Now, this is version 0.6. It's not finished. It's going to be rough around the edges. But 0.7, some of the videos, like the dog has a video out where he shows that 0.7 is going to add all the Rush 2049 tracks. And that is what I want. That is my jam. I've actually been thinking of taking my 2049 cabinet and actually putting a PC in it to run ProjectR instead of running it, you know, native 2049 on the Power PC board. It's kind of like the hardware for this generation is kind of like a Mac with a 3DFX card on it. It's got like, I believe it's a 030 Motorola. Oop. And then it's got like a 3DFX Voodoo 2 or something hooked into it. Honestly, I could probably sell the Voodoo 2. Make quite a bit of money off of it, actually. Those are getting hard to find. If I'm going to swap it with just a PC in there, but that'd probably break my heart. Okay, so I believe this is the final lap. Yep, the checkered flag is up on the map. That means on this lap, we'll probably take the suicide corkscrew jump. Clutch. Probably should have clutched that. Perfect there. And I think the only path I haven't taken is the correct path. There's 3 ways to take this thing. Alright, let's try and get up over the wall. Not as much as I like to do. And I also don't think that I've taken the path where I go up here yet. It looks visually very similar to the last lap, though. It's just from the other floor. Oh! Bad times. So I'm playing this with an old Logitech G25, and I actually bought this wheel for Gran Turismo 4 on the PlayStation 2, and it's still my best wheel. I never bought the Logitech G27 or G29 or 929. Ooh. Well, I'm starting to run out of time. I've got the time limits, I believe, set up to the most lenient because I'm a 2049 player who's playing the original Rush, so I'm not good. Oh, suicide roll. One of the 2049 tracks has a jump that's straight into a pole right on the other side of the finish line that you're supposed to take, you know, for that last flourish there. Whew. Nowhere near my top there. I have not played this track very much. But hey, that's what this is about. It's about getting good at it, so let's get good at it. Let's see if I can take something that's a little bit better. Step up to probably expert. Oh, lightning. Let's change the color around here. Still going to do automatic, just less cockpit load. And yes, I will be playing this primarily in first person. I love first person with this game. Alright, clutch. Clutch. No clutch. As long as I land on this flat surface, I'm good. There we go. Alright, let's go this way. One thing I will say about the music in the original Rush is I definitely prefer the Rush 2 and 2049 kind of soundtracks. Rush 2 had, I believe, a Barry Leitch soundtrack, and 2049 had a techno soundtrack, but then Barry Leitch did he added, there was the original 5 tracks, and then the 2 for the special edition, and I believe Barry Leitch did the special edition tracks. Okay, there's my usual path. Let's go up through this one, hit the brakes, jump through this building, land on the road. Now we're going to go up through this guy. I don't know if we have enough speed for the building. Too much speed. Okay. That's got to be the coolest shortcut in the game up there. You can definitely tell that I am not a Rush player, an original Rush player, because I cannot hit that every single time. We'll get it sometime, though. That's what this is for. It's for practice. I didn't even download any lap times to look at or chase. Clutch. Clutch. I really should look up and see if the clutch actually does the thing that it does in Rush 2049, which is extend jumps. Oh no. That somehow worked out. Pretty good, third place. I think I'm going to try for the truck shortcut again instead of taking my chicken out way. This must be the fog being a little more prominent than it's supposed to be. I heard that was a thing. Alright. Do I got it? Do I got it? Yeah. Do I got it? Do I got it? Just a few more jumps and landed it. Okay, that made the run worth it there. I will get to where I can hit that all the time. You know what? Let me take the one on the right. I don't think I've died at the one on the right yet. Oh God! Ah. Well, and I got so lost I couldn't even see what I did wrong. I mean, besides climbing up the wall, that was obviously wrong. Come on. So my wife has abandoned me for the night. She's gone off to see a Mardi Gras parade. Like, oh no, honey, I'm going to miss you so much. And I'm just saying, yes, I get to set up the G25 and get some laps in on this game finally. This game, even though I'm kind of a Rush fan, it completely flew under my radar until this video game esoterica vid. Oh. I'm not going under those. Gets a little squirrely under braking. Come down here. Hug this building as much as possible. Use the wall to straighten up and back out here. If I was actually good, I would take it with one wheel and do a full corkscrew and land on my wheels again, but again, I am a 2049 player, not a Rush the Rock player. Like I may have killed that guy. Chats. This version has extra shortcuts on track that are in the... Okay. Alright. Whoop. I've got a little portable monitor off to the side here. Well, let's see what other kinds of trouble I can get into. I used to go to a Walmart that had one of these. Oh, I like this track. I'm terrible at this track. Let's do this track. It's got this big long straight, and on the N64, I believe it's got like traffic. It's got like buses on it. I don't think that's in this. It's not in the arcade version. But this big long straight here actually has like buses on it. Like it feels like Mario Kart almost. They're comically large. So this is basically one long straight that you go down each side of. Oh, I need to get my view on. And then the ends all have just a bunch of ways for you to screw up little jumps and just completely explode. There's no real big jumps on, as I say, there's a big jump here, but there's not a lot of big jumps on this side compared to the other side. But there's all these little ones, and it feels so bad messing up the little ones. Oh, I gotta remember to take that. I don't usually play anything resembling the arcade version, so I don't know what that shortcut's gonna look like on this version. I was playing the N64 version not long ago, actually. Ooh. And I had more fun than I thought. Normally on N64, I pretty much stick with Rush 2. Yeah, Rush 2 is an amazing game. It's exclusive to N64, so you don't really have to worry about... Oh, that's closed off. Wonder if we can get them up enough speed to clear that thing now. Okay, this section has the uphill 90s. Is it this one? Not really. Oh, it has this part. I should have aborted that. And this is an easy place to die as well. Did I do it? Ooh, just... You do not want to drop a wheel off there. And now we take the shortcut back. This was labeled as expert, so there's a chance that I'm going to time out on this one, because I notice I'm more than halfway back. Oh. Honestly, this side has just some mean little ripples in the road. That looks like a shortcut. I'd have to land on top of that thing now. Okay, so I should keep a lookout for the thing on the left. There it is. Let's see if we can get through this without dying. And no, I don't know where this is going. Oh, jeez. Good news, I found the exact worst wrong way to take that. The risk-reward on the shortcuts here is often kind of insane. Just really dangerous paths. Is that supposed to be another windmill with blades? Whoa. Oh, we're coming up on that little uphill corkscrew. Ooh, that's a mean corner. Oh no. Okay, made it. Whew, okay, that's probably a high score for me. I haven't played this track very much, as is, I'm sure, very evident. This is my first time playing with the G25 wheel, so any older scores that I have on this were actually set with the gamepad. Oh. Yeah, it does have buses. Yeah, the secret... Oh, I remember the secret stunt track. Yep. Now, because I'm actually so garbage at this game, I actually brought out my my San Francisco Rush guide and at least flipped through it a little bit. But I don't think a lot of it translates over. You know what? Let's... Well, I picked that track anyway. Alright, which track did I just... Oh, this one. This one. Alright, so we go down here. This is another one that I'm not sure if the shortcut's faster or not. I think there's a little thing at the end where you have to go to like a certain... Whoop. Where you have to exit it at a certain angle to meet up with the road correctly. Okay, so it meets up at a kind of a sharper corner. And still drops me in 7th place, so I'd have to get a lot better at that shortcut for it to actually be a shortcut. That looked like a shortcut for a second, but I don't think it was. Oh, an uphill 90. Rush loves these corners. Oh, this is the one that we go downhill after we get to the very top. Okay. Some of these tracks kind of blur together in my mind. Okay, here it is, here it is. Brakes, downhill, and there's a way to get off to the side on this, and it's a lot less horrible. There it is. Now I just gotta not die down here. I have a feeling I didn't do that correctly. Whoa, another one. Alright, abort. The people that are really good at this game kind of abuse the abort a little bit sometimes. I don't think I want to get quite that good at this game. Billboard just says chocolate. Good. Man, this game, it requires an awful lot of precision. It is a precision racer. Unlike, oh, that could have taken that. Unlike a lot of others. Because your mistakes multiply in severity so very quickly in this game. It's just got an infinitely high skill ceiling. I love it so much. There's very few games that kind of do that, where you just like the slightest mistake, just a millimeter off on the jump, or just land just cocked enough. MotorStorm does it. MotorStorm's an okay substitute for this kind of action. Especially the first MotorStorm. Oh, whoa. Here's the big one. Is that streetcar supposed to be moving, I wonder? The streetcars move in 2049. Oh, that's why I get right early. And yeah. Now, I don't think this game has the lap-specific shortcuts that 2049 does, where certain things will open up at certain times, or there's also some where you have to meet certain requirements and then an extra secret will open up. I should bind like a button to the enter key so I don't have to keep going to the end. Alright, let's... Is that the one I just did? I didn't do this one. I'm going into this one just a little bit too, oh, it's the same one. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, maybe I'll get better at it this time. I think there's a way to go through the marina, I want to say. Yeah, I think I can cut through. Can I land it to what? No. Oh. Why don't I just do this? Just a little lost here. There we go. I should do the track that has that little Chinatown area. That's the one I always mistake for this track. The one where the shortcut is straight in front of you, so if you miss the corner, you've just taken the shortcut. Uh-oh. Okay, see if I can get right here. I don't know if that's any better or not. Depends on if I tweak that jump, if I stay to the left. Uh-oh. Hey, I didn't explode that time. You know, I've always taken that shortcut straight ahead. I should just not. Whoa. I did not miss anything by taking that short. Oh, there's the place I got lost before. Oh, I love this game so much. If any of you have not downloaded ProjectR, I highly recommend it. It's free. Version 0.6 is out. Runs native on everything. Like Steam Deck can probably run this thing at 4K. Well, it needs the hard drive images from MAME. Those are probably available on the archive. Wink. And version 0.7, the Hug has teased that. And that will be supporting the 2049 tracks. Which makes me wonder how far off California Speed might be. Well, I did enjoy California Speed. We haven't gotten a great home port of that ever. Trying to remember if it was on Midway Arcade 3. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. The N64 version is a valiant attempt, though. I will say that. California Speed on N64. It's like 2049. It's very impressive that it's on N64. Maybe don't play it there. Whoop. And the N64 California Speed is the one with that creepy billboard where they forgot to replace the backside texture of it. Whew. Alright, rockin' time. Alright, so this is the track I was just in. Let's try... Or is this... You know what? No. Let's do this one. Does this thing do, like, sounds? No, okay. Rush 2049 does sounds when you switch from views. It's kind of the taunt system for multiplayer. I probably should not apply my 2049 logic to this game. Oh, I remember this part. My tiny little pea brain remembers this from the N64 part as a teenager. Clutch? No, I didn't want to clutch that. Rush on N64 was the first game I really enjoyed on it. I bought the N64 at launch, and I think they were expecting Mario 64 to keep everybody happy until the next wave of games, but I'm like the only person on the planet Mario 64 didn't work on, and Ocarina of Time didn't work on me either, so N64 actually made me start loving racing games, and now it's my favorite genre. I don't think I ever went back to loving Mario or Zelda again in their 3D forms. I like their 2D forms. But yeah, once I got Rush on N64, I finally got a game that the system could do that I really enjoyed. There were some racing games before this that were okay, Top Gear Rally, but man, just try going back to Top Gear Rally after San Francisco Rush. Just it's impossible. All right, let's do the Chinatown. Let's biff this corner. Easiest shortcut in the game, just don't do anything. And then Oh, as I explode on the shortcut. I tried to hit it sideways enough not to explode. Yeah, abort that. Oh, this is just mean design. This design would actually be less mean in reverse. I don't think there is a. I don't think the arcade has a reverse mode. I wonder if there's a mirror mode. There's a mirror mode in 2049 arcade. You hold down the music button and hit one of the views, I think. I don't like it. But then the consoles added the reverse in and they redid the tracks for 2049. Ooh. Man, that section is just so smooth. Smooth and high speed. And then it slows you down with 90-degree corners. There's a shortcut up here. I have vague memory of there being like a half pipe up here. Yes, a half pipe. It's insane. I'm going to die in here. I have to get up on the wall. Probably have to get up on the other wall. I have to get back on this wall. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, so tonight is me just trying to get better at the tracks. I'm not trying to set any records. I haven't downloaded any records to chase. Just gotta refamiliarize myself with some tracks that I haven't seen in a very long time. That almost looked like a shortcut, but I don't think it is. Okay, let's try not to die up here again. I think I am carrying too much speed. Okay. Crookedest street in the world. Get the checkpoint. Oh. A little earlier I showed off my old San Francisco Rush strategy guide. I actually do have the strategy guide for Rush 2. I managed to set up an eBay save search, and after many years I got 2 copies of the Rush 2 guide, which is great. The 2049 guide is what I would really need. And all that, and I beat my score on a pad at some point. Doing time on the rock. Finally a track that my 2049 brain knows most of. There are many differences, but they are very, very small. I still haven't fully figured out how the tunnel is different. For some reason, I just keep exploding at the end of it. Let's try the tunnel here. Oh. Okay, let's not try the tunnel. no Atari logo out there. There's no jets coming by. The jets are great. We're just going to go up over the top this first time. Oh, I took that horribly. If possible, you want to not hit the fence. Hitting the fence just bounces you, and bouncing you just multiplies all of your previous mistakes, which, if you hit the fence, you've already made mistakes. And here's the shortcut that I don't even know if it's really a shortcut. It seems like half the time I overtake cars that take it. Gonna go up here. Maybe I got enough speed to get on the building. Oh. Enough speed, yes. Enough talent, no. In 2049, I like to take the low path through there. There's so many variations on how to get through that little marina area. And actually, I don't stay all the way low. I don't actually take the marina dock path. I usually chicken out. Whoop. And it seems to be very hard to take the low path up here. Like, the amount of braking that's required is just that much. It's an unreasonable amount of braking required to get up under the fence. I'll do the brake before I do the loop, though. Oh good, he's going to take the loop. Now I get to see if I'm faster than him. It's about the same. Okay. This is kind of the path I take in 2049. That little hut is actually moved out a little closer to the road, so my brain took that a little wider than I needed to there. I don't think Rush 2049 tracks fast laps as well as fast races. That's kind of a shame. $20.49 does a Tarzan scream if it's your fastest lap. Alright, we're going straight up over the top. Clutching so that we missed fence. Doing time on the rock. Should be the last lap. Yep, the checkered flag is up. We're going to stay low again. This is probably the fastest path through here. Doesn't actually require any more skill than the upper paths. Probably a lot less, actually. I screwed up the first lap of that, so that's not going to be like super score. Not bad at all. Okay. I'm not sure if I've done this track or not. The tracks kind of blur together. Oh. Is this the one with the green space that curves gently? Yes, it is. Okay. And I just seem to be so much faster than the rest of the cars through here for some reason. I don't get that. I don't mind that, but I don't get that. Yep. Oh, I needed him to bump me. Oh, this is the one with the half pipe. Okay. I'm not going up there again. Oh, the ads. Mace. I think that was the 3D fighting game that we had in the barracks when I was in the Navy. When I was in the Navy, they had a contract for arcade machines in all of the barracks, and because Midway/Atari Games was the only American amusement supplier around, they were always Atari Midway games. In fact, when I first got here to New Orleans, there was kind of a mothballed Hydro Thunder down in our cafeteria at the reserve headquarters here. I always wanted that, and then one day it disappeared, and I don't think the people that claimed it were actually the owners. I think it disappeared in the night. Yep. That was a weird building. It mostly closed after Katrina, which is why it was the Hydro Thunder was abandoned in the cafeteria. There's also an abandoned subway there. Yeah, there was a subway in the cafeteria. It was kind of weird. Oh! Boom. Oh. In basic training, because again, keeping with the Midway has to keep our amusement money in America thing, they had Carnival, which is some kind of a clown-themed shotgun game. In basic training, they have an arcade, but you can only really go there when you've already been through it all. Ooh. Starting to kind of zone out on this track. I like it. Get kind of the highway hypnosis going. I guess focus mode. There's some of that fog. I believe it is a known issue that the fog is a little stronger in the ProjectR version than is strictly necessary. Checkpoint. Oh, somebody exploded. Somebody else exploded. I do remember one of the ways that as a child, while I was getting good at the Dreamcast version of 2049, I distinctly remember turning on death mode, which is, you know, the console games have death mode when you explode, the race ends. And you get to keep all of your mileage, which you don't if you, you hit the restart button on the race. But if you die, it restarts the race automatically, and you get to keep your mileage. I really wish the arcades had death mode. It got me through the circuits in the arcade too. You'd think it would make the game harder, but it doesn't. You just drive easily or very carefully, and you let the computer players all suicide themselves. Because like in the console versions of 2049, you have to complete all those circuits, racing all the available courses forwards and backwards. I think some of them even mirrored. And then you unlock the last 2 tracks. Beep. Yeah, my rush cabinet's having trouble right now, actually. Whew, I bought it a power supply, and I know it needs a power supply, and I have to pull it out from the wall, and it's 650 pounds. And then I'm going to swap the power supply, and I'm going to figure out that when the power supply died, it probably took something else, so then I have to push it up against the wall again. Just a hassle. And that's why I've actually been thinking maybe when they get the 2049 tracks in this, maybe I'll try and give myself the option of not just real hardware 2049, but like ProjectR in the arcade machine. Transamerica Pyramid, is that? Did I just do that one? All these tracks are blurring together. Man, I will say that this song is kind of grating on the soundtrack. A lot of the songs in San Francisco Rush are. It's an odd mix. Okay, I'm going to try and go through this right one. Oh, jeez. Okay, that was a thing. That was a thing that I did. It's very scary. And out of the corner of my eye, I spy 2 cats that are about to kind of mess with this street. There's one down there. I think I saw another one down there too. They're just wondering why I'm talking. The wife's all gone. She went to a Mardi Gras parade tonight. Left me to get in trouble with my San Francisco Rush. It's Crew de Vue night, which is one of the first parades. It's also one of the dirtier parades, in fact. Not very family friendly. I use the wall of that building to straighten myself out because the ramp is so narrow. Ooh. There's that suicide ramp. Okay, let's see if I can do this a little better this time. Barely. Oh, geez. Do I get the checkpoint? I think I got the checkpoint. How did they die? Okay. Thank you for the bump, sir. Now this time, I think... Oh, I could have gotten another bump. This time I'm going to leave my nice, safe, comfort zone shortcut to the right. And I'm going to go up the hill and try and do the truck again. Man, I do not like this hill. Slow down. Cut the corner, land on the road. You don't need as much speed as you think to get up here. Oh, almost. I do like the Doppler effect on those speakers they have sitting around the track. Gives the illusion that there's a play-by-play going on in the background, and there's probably not. I guess if I turn on Explorer mode, I could just stop next to one of those speakers. They might have something interesting to say about the game technology. Actually, I know one of the Hydro Thunder boats talks all about the game technology. Should really pay more attention than I've been paying here. Okay, I think I haven't taken the correct path yet. Sometimes you can kind of get over that divider. See Petty Products. Oh, I found the only way to screw this path up. That was a nice thought. Getting over there. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm so low on time. I gotta take the path I'm good at. Two, one. Phew, kept the engine on. I think I'm gonna coast through the finish line on this one. I really do. I don't think I'm gonna go through the finish line under power here. Yep. Can I do the suicide loop?
What's your name?
Yoink.
That's your name.
I think I need a little pick-me-up. I think I need to do the beginner track, but I think I am going to do it a little more advanced. Expert there, and I think I'm going to do manual. I don't usually do a manual. First person mode. You don't actually have to clutch in manual mode. In 2049, I think you get a little speed boost for doing it. Oh. That was a nice thought. Clearly, I am not great at manual mode. But this is the section where my car just seems to be faster than other cars. Just had to check the lower right there and make sure I didn't have a gear left, because it's making the sound look I should really take another gear. And this corner is another place where I seem to pick up time on the other cars. There's those God rays. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to see if I can pass these guys up ahead. Not going to take the left shortcut. I don't even think that is a shortcut over there. I think that's kind of hey, go down this thing and almost die and waste a bunch of time shortcut. I might be wrong. That's one that is a shortcut, but I'm not smart enough to take it. First place. When I take that shortcut, I either die on this white building right here, or if I miss that one, this blue building right there. Oh. Well, my heart was in the right place. Tried to do the death spiral thing. Mm. 21st best time. I am not good with manual. Actually, let's try it again, but let's try my usual car. Like the car I'm actually used to driving, but in manual. Oh. I don't think this is a shortcut down here. I never did. And it eliminates the ability to take that jump up there, which kind of can be a shortcut. Yeah, I'm back in 6th place. I don't think that's really a shortcut. Maybe it would be if I wasn't bashing on the walls. They knew what they were doing when they put those God rays in. There's a similar thing in 2049. Ooh. It's actually a tunnel on the on one of the courses, I believe the second course, where they just have kind of a transparency effect up in the grid work up on the top. That's absolutely beautiful. And then in Midway Arcade Treasures 3, that they don't have any transparency effects, and it just looks, this looks like crap. They replaced it with a solid surface. Ew. Okay, so we are on the final lap. Not going to take any of the shortcuts. Because for me, they are long cuts. And I want to see if I can set a high score in my usual car with just manual. And I think I've got pretty good pace going on. $215. $219. Oh, this is going to be... I mean, of course it's going to be close. Not worried about my place with the drones. I'm worried about the time. Oh, that helped a lot. Still 237. That's 2 seconds off. That's 2 seconds off my high score with, I believe, the same car. Yeah, that's 3 seconds off. Well, automatic it is. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try this, but automatic. Suppose I should put it into first gear. There we go. The bus traffic really does help the N64 version of this course out. Oh, geez. I handled that very badly. Oof. Now I am really looking forward to the analog 3D coming out. That's the new analog interactive HDMI N64 system. I usually play Rush 2 when I get my N64 out. Oh. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to this year. I got that pre-ordered. Can't help but think there's supposed to be windmill blades on that windmill. There's the road down from the mountain. I think there's something I can do with that road off to the side. It ends at like a dead end, but I bet you can get enough air to clear it. Here we go, the hard part. Oh. Oh. I always think that I've dropped a wheel off the edge of that jump. I don't think I have on stream yet, but oh, it happens. There's the speaker. One thing I noticed, speaking of Rush 2, is there's all these little bird sounds, and I can't help but think that it's trying to indicate a shortcut, but I don't think I've heard any mention of that. I'll have to recheck the strategy guide for Rush 2. If we could get a modern port of Rush 2, that would be just spiffy. There's some tracks in there that are nice. I really like Vegas. I like Vegas because I can kind of sightsee down the track. I can point out the individual hotels. I think I have a stream of me doing that, actually. I got, telling some video game related Vegas stories. Vegas is the reason I own a Neo Geo MVS. That's a long story, though. I used to live in Southern California, and there was nothing to do in Southern California, really, nothing super fun, so everybody would just drive 4 hours to Las Vegas, and that was a really lame thing. Ooh. The weird part is I was living in the part of Southern California where everybody says there's all kinds of stuff to do. But I mean, everything was just, 45 minutes away, but really 2 hours away in traffic. And hey, why not just go to Vegas? Whoops. Forgot which button was my abort button. Oh, I have done horribly on this race.
What's your name?
Well, thanks for the comment about my driving skills. I assume that comment was done before this current race that we're in. Oh, why is it nighttime? Oh, that's a little... ProjectR is not a perfect experience. So, that's probably why it's nighttime. I will get better at this track. Let's do advanced. All right. There's that song that I don't particularly like anymore. It's just a lot of, I don't know, quarter notes. Alright, we're not going to take either of those death shortcuts. I don't think they're actually faster. There are multiple routes in those shortcuts. I guess I should actually investigate all of the routes. The one on the left is just instant death for me, though. Okay. Pretty sure it's faster to go down here than to go over the jump. No need to go up just to go down. And then I'm going to take my wimp out shortcut. I mean my conservative driving shortcut. Brake. Oh, geez. Got a little squirrely under braking. Braked just a little too hard. I do have the braking mod in these pedals. This is the G25, and the braking mod for the G25 is basically just chucking this calibrated eraser into the brake pedal, and it gives your brain a pressure point to feel for and not just a distance to feel for. I think the G27 is the same way, but I think they fixed it in the G29. Meaning it probably just comes with the rubber eraser chucked into the wheel, or chucked into the pedal. Whew. Now, at least in 2049, the clutch extends jumps. I'm not sure that's the case in Basic Rush. I'm treating it like it is. And the only jumps in Rush you'd really want to extend are the ones where you're still going to keep going up. So you're trying to extend to get farther onto another vertical surface. Because at least in 2049, every second your wheels are off the ground is a second your wheels aren't accelerating. Alright, here's the slightly too heavy fog, and let's take my wimp out shortcut. Try and keep from hitting this sign. Come down here, use the wall of the building to straighten out. Oh. So I don't know about you, but I'm starting to notice my skills degrading on this stream. It's entirely possible that I am experiencing burnout. I was hoping to steal a bump off of that guy. So, for example, I would clutch over this, and I'd clutch over this, But I wouldn't clutch over this one because I have enough speed to get over that. If I were to bounce on top, oh, maybe I should have clutched on that one if it would let me land on the downslope. Got distracted by a billboard. It was a Rush billboard, and I'm like, why is there a billboard for the game I'm playing? Because there's billboards for other games. There's one, I think. Is that sequel to Area 51? What was it, Maximum something or other? That was not a clean landing. Oh, this is the final lap. Just had the desire to take the semi-truck jump that I'm only partially good at. Oop, 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 oop. Whew.
What's your name? Stop the scene. Stop the jeep. Stop the scene. That's your name.
Okay. I think I'm going to go back to the first track and I'm going to try an extreme vehicle. And I'm going to try shortcuts. This isn't going to be a record, and I'm going to die a bunch. But I'm only going to try shortcuts that I suspect are faster. And I suspect that one over to the right is not faster. But if there's cars out of my way, the one to the left, the ramp, that is appealing. Whoop. Clutch to get up on top of this. And there's the extreme handling. I was never going to land that. Get a bump. Okay, now this is a shortcut. Okay, I should not have picked extreme handling. The back end is too squirrely on cocked landings. And I don't believe this is fast enough to make up for it. Do a clutch, do no clutch. I think I'm going to take that shortcut that combos up with the shortcut that always kills me. Which means not taking the fence shortcut again, but going through the corners where I just pass a bunch of people just for like no reason. And then when I get around the corner, coming over here, up into here. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Land, go over here. Then I go down here. Oh, don't worry, I'm pressing my luck. I am going to explode on this one. The problem is the way this tunnel's designed is not compatible with where you have to be on the exit. So if I miss this building, I usually hit that blue building and die. I was never going to land that. Okay. Now I have just heard the wife come back home from her parade, so I think that this stream has probably got to end. Thanks for watching, everybody.